Hey, what's good? What's good, everybody? For all my listeners out there, man, I got the opportunity to sit down, man, with an incredibly gifted artist that goes by the name of Auntie Mama Loulou, baby, formerly known as Mama Lou Sippy, baby. You know what I mean?
One
She's an
babe.
entertainer. She's a producer. Hey, we're gonna sit down. We're gonna talk about it all with her today. You know what I'm saying? So Auntie,
Yes, baby. I can
Without
hear
further
you.
ado, for those
yeah,
that don't know, let everybody know where it is that you're from.
I am from St. Louis, Missouri, family tree originally from Mississippi. So that's where you get the Mama Lou Saint Sippy, aka Auntie Mama Loulou.
yeah.
What
So
was, go ahead, Fan. Go
no,
ahead.
you do your thing, Sonny. Go ahead, baby. You know it better than me, Jack. You know what I mean?
So let everybody know what was little Mama Lulu like growing up in St. Louis. Like, what was St. Louis like for you?
Okay, St. Louis is a very tumultuous place, and it is not for the weak by any means necessary. If it's true saying, if you can make it here, you can make it anywhere. Because we are, unfortunately, how can I say it nicely? We the most friendly, unfriendly people you ever want to meet. But what it does is it breeds a lot of beasts. It breeds a lot of people that are strong, strong-willed, willing to do what it takes to get the job done. And so I have been fortunate enough to be one of those that came out on that side.
Okay. So I'm curious, right? You
Go
know,
ahead,
because
baby.
I'm gonna get into it, right?
Me
So
too.
growing up, where did you where did you get your creativity from? You know what I'm saying? Because you've done a lot of different things. You know what I'm saying? So take us back to when it all began. You know what I mean? When everybody actually realized how gifted you really are.
Well, unfortunately for me, I spent most of my life uh not grooming my gift. Not, I was too, it's a such thing as too humble. So
Mm-hmm.
hopefully I am a tale of that because what you will do is stunt your growth and then you will take too much time to step into who you really are supposed to be, who God put you here to be.
Right.
And stagnation is never good.
Mm-hmm.
So I knew and I sang like a bird since I was a child. I went
Mm-hmm.
to uh I went to Humboldt Visual and Performing Arts Middle School.
That's the
Um
school I went to. Wow.
yeah, I went there for all of my middle school years, and then I went to Center for Management Law and Public Policy High School.
Okay.
Um, and then I went to professional business school and la 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 la.
Yeah. So let me comment on that stagnation part, right?
Mhm, mhm.
So, I look at it differently, right? So we all talk about, how you kind of didn't start doing things till later on, right? I
Right.
look at it, I look at it differently, right? I look at it as not stagnation, but
Mhm.
just being a little late bloomer. You know what I'm saying? Because there was other things going on that you probably had was already participating in. You just didn't get to that part of you just yet. You know what I'm saying? So,
Well, that is very true
okay.
because I always one of my little things I would say when I was younger because I'm an old lady now. When I was young, I used to always say I was Beyonce before Beyonce was Beyonce. I've always been talented and it's always been duly noted, but life circumstances don't present the opportunities as you so eloquently said. I had circumstances and situations that thrusted me into adulthood in other ways. And I was a teen mother. So
Okay.
I decided that if I was grown enough to make a baby, I was grown enough to see it through until he was in adulthood. So what
Okay.
I did was raise two sons. I have a 26-year-old and a 38-year-old. They both are college educated and private school educated. So what I did was wait until I raised my children fully, and then I started. pursuing my professional career.
Well, hopefully, yeah, some people don't. And I do want to ask you this. I know that God gifted you with that beautiful voice, but did
Thank you.
anybody like in your family sing? Like, was your mom a singer? Was your grandma a
Well,
singer?
it
Was
actually came from your grandpa's side.
oh, okay, okay,
Yeah, it was from my dad.
okay,
Um, my dad was a very wonderful singer, and his children, all of us, my children, both can sing. So we just come from a musical bloodline on my father's side.
okay, okay. So your nationwide name, of course. Like, where did the Mama Lou Saint Sippy come from before you wanted to transpire over into like the Auntie Mama Lou? Let's talk about that a little bit.
Okay, well, um, uh, taking that time. But it came from my basement with my first band unit when I had my first band. The first band unit I have had was a all girl unit predominantly, and we were just throwing around names in the basement and playing around with it. And I said it, and I was like, I like that. I like that. It kind of gives you who I am and where I'm, from, where my heritage is from a little bit without, saying all that all at once. You can't say it all at once. At the same
Look at that.
No, listen, because she talks about being humble,
Yeah.
and I can still hear the humility in her. You know what I'm saying? Because when she,
Thank
because I done this forever. You know what I'm saying? And
He's
so,
Mr. NYC, so he.
yeah. So I can kind of read a book somewhat. You know what I mean? I get an
Well,
understanding of what I'm.
I thank you for that.
Yes, no, I absolutely can tell that you are still humble. Like it almost, from me. This is just from my perspective. It's almost like it's no big thing to what the things that you've done. You know what I'm saying? Like you've done these
You know,
things, and you like, yeah, okay, it's no big thing. This is what I did. Not
and
even
it's
knowing,
yeah,
not even knowing the impact that you have had on so many folks in your life. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm
yes,
quite
Dave.
sure, like when you spoke of being the Beyonce before Beyonce, right? I'm sure that there was little girls that was watching you when you was doing your thing, and they were saying to themselves, I want to grow up and be like her. You know what I'm saying? And so a lot of times, and I understand it 100% because I'm similar. I'm in the similar same way. You know what I mean? Like, coming up in the place that I came up, everybody was thinking that I was this, that, bell, and to us, it was just like us, just being us. You know what I'm saying?
That's
Not
right. That's
recognizing that you are absolutely making an immediate impact on those that are watching you because
Yes.
there's so many of them watching you. You know what I mean? And
well, that's why it's so very important to stay humble, baby, because without God, I couldn't do nothing. If I look like what I've been through, baby, you wouldn't even be able to hold your eyes open. You hear me? And and the fact that I can sit here with sound mind and still a loving heart, that's a testimony of God's favor towards me. And that's a
absolutely,
yeah,
absolutely,
and so you can't be an effective tool if you think you God. You are God
right.
particle. You are a tool of the Lord. And only through humility can you serve him properly.
No
Yeah.
question.
Okay, so I want to take it back just a little bit when you said you started your band in your basement.
Yeah.
For the people out there that actually really don't know, starting a band isn't easy. Let
No,
people know,
baby, it
like,
ain't for the faint at heart.
hey, right.
Especially if you a female band leader. That's a whole different can of worms.
How did that come about, Auntie Mama Loulou? Let people know about that because I know, like I said, even like artists today, like I know people perform now with like live bands and different things like that, and I know it's not easy, and it's not easy getting band members and just different things like that. How important is it to have a live band when performing?
Well, it is extremely important to me because I'm an artist person and I love live music. I mean, and I have the ability while I'm on stage. See, people don't understand when you're a professional vocalist and you're a leader of the band, you don't get to just go up there and sing. Okay.
Right.
I have to
Then you
have
gotta
the
hear. You gotta.
yes, I have to have a good ear. I have to have the ability because baby, let me tell you what musicians love to do. Blame it on each other.
Absolutely.
So what you
Absolutely.
gotta be able to do
Right.
is if somebody back there is playing in the wrong key or they're hitting something wrong or they're not in the same tempo as the rest of the band, and you have to be able to take those instruments, pick them apart with your ear while you're singing, staying on key and making sure you're doing the proper changes and leading the band the way that I lead the band is very physically.
Right.
So I'm not just singing, I'm doing about 7 jobs, and if you're effective at doing it, it looks seamlessly, but
Right.
you absolutely have to know who doing what behind you.
Right.
So,
And
it
and the era that you was doing that in. See, let's not let that get lost,
Yeah.
right? Because this is a time when it was absolutely a male dominant business, a male dominant industry. You
oh,
know,
baby, if we can be real frank, if we can be very frank, if I
we
can
can be
speak
frank,
freely,
absolutely.
look at my niece getting nervous. Look
No,
at her getting nervous.
absolutely. No, you can say whatever you want to say. This media made, baby.
You can get
So,
wicked. You can get wicked with it in here, baby. So
okay,
you
well,
good.
let me. I'm gonna keep it cute though. Okay,
Okay.
all
Okay.
right. So what what I have to say is stop it, little boy. Um, it's been times as a female, and I am very much so humble, but I'm also a monster. I was raised by monsters. So I'm humble. That's why I think people should always just never take things for face value because you never know what you dealing with, right? So I am so humble that let me tell you what musicians do. Okay, if you know anything about music composition, they will come and lock into your band. It take about 6 months to actually lock into a band
Mhm.
that sound you want and them to understand my body movements. We flow together. You understand what I'm saying?
Yep.
Yeah.
So for those 6 months, baby, they so sweet. They wonderful, honey. They wonderful.
They on point, huh?
Baby, they popping on time, the rehearsal, everything wonderful. But as soon as they know that they done locked into your sound, slowly but surely, they got a little complaining here, a little complaining there. Now, and then you have to, let me say this, by me doing it the right way, raising my kids first, and then deciding to put the effort into my art, it allowed a certain maturity in me. So when
Mhm.
I came into the game, it allowed me to be thrusted forward rapidly in other people's eyes, but also they did not obtain the work ethic that I have. You
Mm.
understand?
Mhm.
And the side effect of a good blessing and being highly favored by the most high is things might seem easy for you because you are graceful. See, I got a 38-year-old son that when we go in public and he called me mama, they like, what? Because I'm sitting here on this interview with no makeup on my face.
Mhm.
God has been good to me. You understand what
Mhm.
I'm saying?
Mhm.
Yeah, yeah. This
Hey,
this is
because
this
I'm
is
looking at
natural.
you over there. Hey, look, I'm looking at you over there, and I'm like, you know what I mean? What's her number again? What we doing?
Thank you, baby.
Yeah,
Thank you.
yeah,
Because
yeah,
God
yeah,
has
yeah.
been so good. God has been so
Mhm.
good to me that I can sit here on this interview and I done walk through hell fire and I don't got to put no makeup on my face to hide myself, have no filters or stuff. I can be walking in
Yeah,
my glory and my light that the Lord put on my spirit. And, a
yeah.
lot of people don't like me for that. And, yea, though I walk through the shadow of the valley of death, I fear no evil. You hear me? So, so the problem
Mhm.
is that's been my biggest it's been my biggest help and my biggest enemy because people
Mhm.
think I'm for play. You
Right.
understand?
Right, right.
Because I
And you
keep a smile on my face even if I'm gonna beat your ass.
Yeah, you know what I mean? Let's keep it easy though around here.
I'm just saying that's what mamas do when you get out of line, right?
Absolutely.
We can't forget my name mama first,
Right,
right?
right. Let's get that. Let's clarify that
Okay.
out the
See, and
gate. You know what I'm
sometimes you
saying?
gotta remind your babies when you smile all the time like I do. You know what I'm
right.
saying?
So look,
Yeah.
I told you that of course, you being my auntie, of course, everybody know y'all, this my auntie or whatever. But she's very, very talented, and I told you that I loved your music from the start anyway. Especially
Thank
better
you.
her than me. I let Sam hear that. He feeling that. So that's of course gonna go on the website after this. What like inspired like that style of music? Because too, like I told you, you kind of give me like a Etta James feeling, and up there like that, Anita Baker, all of them up there. Like you
You
got like
so kind. You
no,
are so kind.
no, you have a soulful voice though. You do,
Absolutely.
you really
Well, that
do.
you know what I tell people, my voice come from living. I promise you,
Mhm.
this bass in my voice came from life. That's
Mhm.
what it is.
And
Um,
the stories and the special effects behind your videos, was that all you directing, or like how did all of that?
Absolutely. I was the executive director and I was the video screenwriter for those videos, all of them. I was the and I also was the choreographer and I also dressed everybody in the video.
Mm.
Hmm.
Right.
Okay.
So I'm
And
gonna
I
get
did
back.
and I did the makeup and
Okay.
yeah, I
You know,
if I could save $20,000, baby, I'm trying to save them 20,000 and I'm still want to make it look like a million.
And no, that and they look like professional video, like
right. No, they
it's good
are
video.
professional
Yeah,
video.
like no, they are. They are. I'm sorry, but they are.
And
They are professional video.
Horn a little bit. What do
mhm.
you mean look like? They
No,
are
look, like,
professional
yeah, right.
industry
They are
quality.
professional. Yes,
Yes.
yes. That's
Yes.
what I meant to say. I
Absolutely.
do
Right.
apologize for that, but
So
Now
I
I
want to
might
go
not have had it. Look, I might not have had a $10 million budget. I ain't Lil Kim, but
listen.
no, what
No,
I
you
meant to
good.
say though, they're like top. They
You're
definitely
absolutely,
oh,
you're
I gotta give you
absolutely
stuff, Lisa. You know, Auntie just giving you.
I
right.
know.
You're absolutely good money, right? But I want to take a step back real quick, right? So you also educated, right? And I want to make sure that that don't get skipped over because a lot of
Right.
times, you know what I'm saying, people don't get their props for doing the right thing and going and get them educating themselves on the different things that
Let
they
me
want to get. Go ahead.
let me tell you though, I'm
Mm-hmm.
not degreed. I am educated. I'm not schooled. I'm not abundantly schooled. Now,
Right.
what I am is educated. Now, what I can do is sit with the best of them because I have elected to take the time in my own self and invest the interest in my own growth. So I don't need nobody to tell me go grab a book and
Or
read this
research.
chapter when I want
Yeah.
to read the whole book.
Right.
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 So
And
what I find oftentimes, that's why I never judge a book by its cover because I find oftentimes that I have been in plenty of rooms with people that were abundantly educated, but you cannot take away the validity of what my daddy taught me as a little girl, standing real strong. And that's common sense ain't so common. I done met so many damn educated fools in my life, it's making me want to throw up.
and and let me say this, you know what I mean? Because listen,
Yeah.
sometimes that school can't teach you what you really need to know. You know what
Yeah.
I'm
What it'll
saying?
do is it'll school you away from what God innately put in you
Right.
to absorb real common sense knowledge
Right.
Right.
that your flesh tell you is right, knowledge that
Absolutely.
your spirit tell you is right.
Absolutely. So just because you educated, you went to school, not you, but I'm just saying just because other folks is educated and they went to
School,
school and they
I'm just
learned
not absorbently schooled. I
right
didn't
and they
want you.
learned all these titles and they learned how to do this and how to do that. But if they walk in the studio, if they walk on top of a screen set where you at, they have nothing on you because they have no idea what to do next.
And the thing is, experience is a good teacher.
Right.
All of that schooling I got, all of that money I spent on those vocations, all of that shit, quite honestly, I don't use any of it. Everything that I blood, sweat, and teared about, I had to learn on my own. I'll tell you what, when I decided to get me a band and start a band, it was only out of the inefficiency I saw in the band that I belonged to, in the leader, in the way that it was ran. I just am a very good absorber, and I learn from my environment very easily, thank the Most High God. But what I'm telling you is only through the inefficiency of what I saw the band that I was in being ran. Like I say, and let me be frank, I just was like, this damn fool can run a band. I know I can do it. I don't care if I don't know nothing about it. I went and I bought me, listen, let me tell you what I did just on that whim alone. I went and bought me thousands of dollars worth of equipment so that I could run my band. I bought all the sound, all the microphones, all the amps, all the shit. I needed a $2,000 drum set. I couldn't play a lick on the drums. I bet you I can play the drums now.
I bet you can.
See, motivation, baby. It's all about what you want to do. We all little God glimmers. You know, these people be running around here talking about they God, we God. No, we God sparks.
Mm-hmm.
I tell everybody, it's like God took a cosmic sneeze and we are the production. We have God sparks in us. So Jesus say, if we so choose to move a mountain with our faith, we can do it.
Absolutely.
So that's the principle in which I took when I went and bought all that band equipment and ain't know nothing about a band. I ain't booked a gig. Ain't know nothing about. Ain't know none of the musicians.
Books,
I know.
Let me tell you. Books. I'm telling you, books.
No, I relate to that 1,000,000,000%. You know what I mean? Like you know, because listen, my story's a different story. You know what I'm saying? But kind of like the same story. You know what I mean? Plus, people didn't believe when I started this media company. People didn't believe that, one, I knew what I was doing, and two, that I can get it done. You know what I'm saying? But because, like you said, because of the Most High, you know what I'm saying, the belief that I had in myself, right? And my abilities, and the things that I know that I can do, you know what I'm saying, and the different things that I done seen, and the different things that I done seen that go on around me, you know what I mean? I'm like, watch this.
But you know what? Let me backtrack a little bit, because my niece pulled me forward to another point, and then we left off at that point without it being resolved and came all the way to this point. Okay.
Do what you do. I ain't mad. Shit. We need more of this.
But when I was explaining about how them people will join your band and lock into your music, and now they dripping on you, and then they being a band leader as a woman is very taxing, because in that instance I have had, now I'm a leader of all men, and I have been. I found that I work with men better, even though they whinier than females, believe it or not. Y'all better get out of touch with y'all feminine side. Y'all better give us our feminine energy back. Anyway, I digress. But anyway, real stuff. I've had men come in here and then try to undermine my authority other than chauvinistic tendencies. So what I had to do, with all love and respect, is tell them, let me go upstairs and get them a t-shirt, and we gonna go outside in front. I'm gonna beat they motherfucking asses, and then I'm still gonna love them and give them their band-aids when they get back in my house. But then we gonna get this fucking music, right? Then we gonna get this music, right?
Right.
And we ain't gonna hold no grudges, right?
Yeah,
right.
I ain't mad at you 100. Listen. That's my kind of philosophy right there. You know what I'm saying? Like, listen.
Let it be peace. Let's get back to peace and still love and peaceful as we can, baby. Let's do it.
Yo, I'm loving Mama. Hey, listen, let me tell you something. I'm loving Mama Lou already, because she would have been, listen, man. You know what I mean? Like, you know, I'd have been around and I'd have said, looked at somebody, I was like, say it again. Right? Say it again.
Okay. I mean, we ain't gonna hold no grudges, because what Mama do, what I can do is give you a good old ass whooping and then clean you up after, because I'm gonna whoop you with love. See, what they don't know about Mama, she had to come to this piece that she got right now. I used to be the only female boxer at 12th and Park when I was a little girl.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. I got these hands.
Yeah.
And my daddy taught me how to shoot when I was 8 years old. I've been shooting since I was 8 years old, my baby.
Boy, I love it when they can talk about their paws. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean?
I had a good daddy. My daddy loved me.
Yes.
You knew I was gonna be in the world with you, nigga.
Hey, yeah, I can't talk about it because this ain't my interview. This is your interview. But look here, I know what it is about having them good hands. You know what I'm saying? Like,
I'm just saying, a good pair of hands can take you a long way, my babies. And if you use them properly, you won't have to use them that often.
Absolutely, and you know what you're doing, like you said, with them new hands and stuff, because you ain't got to worry about me throwing one set at you. I'm gonna throw about 6 of them. You know what I'm saying? Before you look up, you're gonna be lumped up all the way, and you're gonna be like, I don't want to play this.
Saying. And then I'm getting old, so I had to stop having them problematic ass musicians with their little drinking problems and shit, where you want to skull drag them. Let me tell you, I always say, if you want to be in a room full of narcissists, start a band. Because it ain't never they fault. Inaccountability at its finest for the most part.
Now, when you've done a live show or anything like that, have you ever had somebody mess up or anything like that? I know you keep going, but you know, like have it.
Yeah. You have when you're dealing with humans, baby, they gonna always mess up. I tell my band members, I don't expect nobody to be robotic and perfect. What I expect for you to be is the coldest recovery artist you ever known to mankind. You recover so easy and quick that they ain't even see you fucked up. Most of the time, they won't know you messed up.
Right.
If you recover real quick, only the band knows the specifics of the music composition. The audience ain't professionals; they professional partiers. So if you quick with your recovery, then baby, you good with me.
No doubt. I want to talk about your fashion sense, right? So, and the reason why I say that is when I seen your video, I automatically fell in love with your outfit because that's the kind of shit that Sonny will tell you. You know, that's my kind of style. You know what I mean? Like, you know,
well,
I'm that guy. When I come out, ain't nobody got on what I got on. Ain't nobody gonna have on what I had on. You know what I'm saying? You ain't gonna be able to find what I got on.
That's right.
I got on. Right, so I was automatically attracted and intrigued to that video. You know what I mean? And I want to just talk about a little bit about where did you gather your fashion sense from? You know what I'm saying? Because that's gifted, that's special. It's just a little different than anything I've seen from a lot of different artists that I have an opportunity to deal with. I think she froze, Sonny.
Oh, okay. Okay, we gonna get her back.
Yeah, she all right.
In a minute. But yeah, man. How was your weekend? How was your fort?
It was good. I got a chance to catch up and do nothing. You know what I mean?
Right.
Yeah. It was absolutely cool. You know what I'm saying? So,
but listen, while y'all tuned in, make sure that before we get Auntie Mama Loulou back, make sure that y'all go to our website, MediaMadeMagazine.com. You can check out the interviews, any type of past interviews that you want to listen to. You can check us out. We are on Google Play and Apple Music as well. Just download Media Made Music. You'll see us on there. Make sure that you also check out our magazine, which is the newest issue, which has Snoop Dogg on the front cover. Some very nice stories in there. If you want to purchase, like I said, go to MediaMadeMagazine.com. Make sure you cop a purchase. You can get a digital copy as well. Make sure you follow us on Instagram. And make sure you follow us on TikTok, Media Made Magazine, Media Made TV, Media Made everywhere. You can follow me as well, S Mills Media. But yeah, that's us, man. What else new that the Media Made got going on?
So make sure you check in. Make sure you keep checking in on us. You know what I'm saying? We actually getting ready to do the video on demand. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, we've been doing so much over the years. You know what I'm saying? Everybody wants us to bring back some of the old footage, some of the old stuff that we've done. We've kind of, you know, we've been doing it before people even knew what a podcast was. That's how long we've been out here. You know what I'm saying? So that's coming up next. You know what I mean? Be looking out for the advertisement of where people could come and check us, man, on video on demand. You know what I mean? And we got all your favorite videos and all your favorite interviews. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna punch them up. We're gonna have in a place where you can just punch up, man. If something you've seen in the past and you want to see again, we're gonna have it in a place where you can just punch it up and watch it, man. You know what I'm saying? And enjoy yourself once again. So look, here what we're gonna do, Sonny. Though, you know, we're gonna wait for Mama Lou to come back. You know what I'm saying? But if she pop back in, you know what I mean, we're gonna just do a part 2. We're gonna give her an opportunity to get it together over there. Yeah. But until then, you know what I'm saying? For all my people, you've seen it right here first on Media Made Magazine, Media Made Music, and Media Made everything. You know what I'm saying? So once again, it's Sangria Season J. It's Sonny S. Mills, you know what I'm saying? And yo,
know.
Yeah. You know what it is, baby. It's Media Made Podcast coming at you one more time. Yeah, all right, peace and peace, everybody. Peace.